Good morning, and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Connor O'Donahue.
And I'm Gigi Pagel.
Tomorrow is Yearbook Distribution Day. Any seniors who purchased a yearbook will receive theirs during senior breakfast. Everyone else gets theirs after school in front of the cafeteria. Make sure to bring your student ID.
It really paid off. It's a really good book, and I'm really excited for people to be able to see it and see their hard work pay off, and have people be able to be proud of something, because I feel like that's a very important thing to feel.
Senior breakfast is at 8 a.m. tomorrow in the cafeteria. After breakfast, seniors will take the buses to Auburn Recreation Park for the senior picnic. Lunch will be provided.
In other news, Friday is RHS's annual Rosecella, where student bands get the chance to perform live during an extended one lunch. We got Addie Mahon with more.
A longtime Roseville High School tradition returns this Friday. Students haven't seen Rosecella since early 2019.
We've picked out our theme. We're doing a Woodstock or 60s, 70s themed event. We've got our bands set up. We've got the campus map planned out, and we're working on games and setting up food, stuff like that.
Student Government's Culture Committee has been preparing for this event all year.
We have a cakewalk in mind. We've got can jam, and then we have a photo booth.
So far we have 3 bands. One of them are made up of high school, like alumni, like Roseville High School, and then the other 2 are from here.
Senior Ian Peterson plays in one of the bands performing at Rosecella.
My band is called BLUFF, and we have 5 members. We play a variety of video game soundtracks and covers. We played at Flower Dust Pizza. It's a restaurant on Foothills.
Thanks, Addie. Now we go to Joseph Bianchini with sports.
Good morning. Welcome to the second to last edition of EOTSN of the school year. I'm Joseph Bianchini. As we enter our final full school week of the year, only one sport is still standing. After solid wins against Vacaville and Granite Bay in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, the Roseville softball team take on 1 seed Del Oro today in the semifinals. Considering they're a 1 seed, this should go without saying, but this team is no joke. Similar to Roseville with Shea McDowell, Del Oro has an Oregon State commit of their own in Jenna Birch. Honestly, across the board, these 2 teams are very similar talent-wise and stats-wise. What really made Del Oro a 1 seed, though, was the fact that they went 24-4 against really tough opponents like Folsom, Granite Bay, and Rockland. Roseville really didn't face that level of comp throughout the season, meaning the Tigers will come in as the underdog.
To beat Del Oro, we just got to bring our A game. We got to be able to play solid D and hit.
For any interested in attending this great semifinal matchup, the game is today at 4 p.m. at Del Oro High School. Whoever wins will take on the winner of 2-seeded St. Francis and 3-seeded Elk Grove in the championship on Saturday. And before we wrap up this edition of EOTSN, it's important to mention that possibly our biggest broadcast of the year is this Friday. In his final broadcast ever and our final broadcast of the school year, my guy Jackson Hooker is going to break down EOTSN's top 10 athletes of this school year. Be sure you're there. And that's all in your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Joseph. Pop icon Harry Styles has just released his 3rd solo LP, Harry's House. The promo and overall feel of the album is some sort of domestic breezy vibe, with the rock and roll inspiration of 1950s amp distortion and groovy feel of 1980s pop. Even the album cover is conveying a sense of domesticity in a yellow-washed living room that could honestly be mistaken for a Brady Bunch set. It's been clear since his release of Sign of the Times in 2017 that Styles would continually be inspired by classic rock, going on to perform with legends like Stevie Nicks. And it's no coincidence that Styles would release this album as summer kicks off, in attempts to, once again, top the charts as album of the summer, which I fully believe is possible considering the power of TikTok trending audios. One complaint I have about this album is the lack of upfront, easy-to-decipher lyrics. Compared to Styles' last 2 solo projects, Harry's House is full of seemingly random words arranged in a seemingly random order. Lyrics like toothache, bad move, mocha pop Monday can be found throughout the entire work. All in all, I expect Harry's House to top the Billboard charts this summer. In other entertainment news, Kate McKinnon and Pete Davidson have announced that they are officially leaving SNL, and Lightyear, the origin of Buzz from Toy Story, is coming out June 17th. And now we go back to news.
Thanks, Emma. An RHS teacher has taken to exploring the depths of the ocean. We go to Travis Desmond with more on the story.
One of our teachers, Darcee Durham is also a scuba diver, a fun activity that she takes great pleasure in.
I just like the athletic portion of it, and I love the water, and I love the ocean, so those all go together.
Durham finds the experience of being underwater to be very freeing and is unlike anything else.
It's kind of a freedom type of feeling, being under the water, and it's just so expansive, and being in the water and just swimming along with all the organisms under there. It's kind of an unseen world for the most part that not a lot of people see.
Durham has traveled and seen parts of the world, being a scuba diver.
I did my certification in Monterey, and I've been to Cancun, I've gone to Cozumel twice, I've been to Aruba and to Roatan, which is off the coast of Honduras.
Durham advises people not to bother with the creatures.
You don't want to touch them, but definitely the animals under there, the fish, seals, etc., are curious about people underwater. And so being able to swim with them, but again, you're not touching them and annoying them, but the interaction is certainly there.
And thankfully, Durham hasn't received too many injuries from being underwater and hopes to continue diving in the future.
The worst thing is a couple little coral scrapes on my legs, but that's nothing major.